Hello viewers, welcome to my channel once again. As you all know, 2023 Jamb sale of form commences on January 14. This is the high time for you to start preparing for Jamb. If I may ask you, what level are you now? Have you started preparing, or you are a type who is waiting for when Jamb releases examination slip before you start preparing for Jamb? So Jamb, as usual, as I'll be telling you, Jamb is not something that you have to prepare a week to the exam. It is something that requires early preparation, and you have to prepare properly and smartly. So how do you prepare properly and smartly? In my previous videos, I have shown you how to prepare for Jamb, and I've also given to some of you guys the recommended textbook that you need to be effective in the upcoming 2023 Jamb examination. So as you know, there is no time to play again. You have to start preparing if you have not started preparing. And how do you prepare? You have to prepare by utilizing the recommended textbooks I gave you guys, and you have to follow the Jamb syllabus as well as creating your timetable so that you can study as much as you can. So since Jamb sale of form is going to commence by January 14, what are the most important questions you have to ask yourself? Here are the questions you have to ask yourself and provide answer to each of them. One of them is, which institution do you want to apply for? As a serious candidate by this time, it is very important, it is very imperative to know the institution you are going to apply for. Some people apply for institutions based on the outer appearance or based on the infrastructural development in the institution. No, that is not supposed to be so. So before you apply for any particular institution, the first thing to consider is the course you want to study. The course you want to study, do the institution you want to apply for have the required material to study the course effectively? If you want to apply for courses like medicine and surgery, pharmacy, and is the institution you want to apply for have the required material? That is the question number one. Question number two, how competitive is the institution? You know that Jamb is still competitive in these days, especially in medical courses. So if you are applying for any medical courses, you have to go for universities that are less competitive, so that you will not be denied of admission with your high Jamb score. So you have to go to Google. In my next video, I'm going to list the universities that you can study with less Jamb score. So that is another thing to consider. And thirdly, you have to consider if your state is among the catchment area that in that university regularly give admission. So that one is also important. And finally, consider their school fees. I don't know how wealthy you are, but it's very good to go for university that their school fees is cheap. So those are the things to consider. And another thing is, which course do you want to study? By this time, as a serious candidate, you should be able to know the course you want to study. If you don't know your course of study by this time, that means you are not a serious candidate. That is why you have to ask yourself this: do you want to apply for medicine and surgery, for pharmacy, for radiography, for physiotherapy, or for chemical engineering? By this time, you should know the course you are applying for, and after knowing the course you are applying for, it is important to know the subject combination for that course. So having known the subject combination for that course, you have to start preparing with those subject combinations. If it is chemistry, maths, biology, and English, read them regularly so that you can score high in Jamb. If you can at least score 60 in biology, 70 in chemistry, 85 in physics, then you are good to go. You are good to score 300 plus. You should also know the cutoff mark of the course you want to study. That is very, very important. Then the third one here is, what is your target Jamb score? This is what majority of you guys fail to know. When you are preparing for Jamb, it is very, very imperative to know what you want to score, so that your preparation should not be aimless preparation, or jump into river without knowing the direction. It is very important to target a score you want to score. That is, if it is 300 you want to score, write it on the word. Write 300 boldly in a place that you will come across it regularly, so that it will encourage you to perform well, to encourage you to study very well, so that you can accomplish that score in your JAMB. And another one here is, what do you need to get this score? Having known the score you want to get, what are the materials you need to get those scores? That's why in my previous video I gave you recommended JAMB textbooks that you need to prepare and score high in your JAMB examination. So one of them is Invisible Teacher by Dela Shade, if you are preparing for use of English. Then if you are preparing for chemistry, biology and physics, I recommended LAMLAD for you. So those textbooks have been given some of you guys for free. However, it's no longer free because the place I'm getting it from, they have encrypted them. During my time, I used these recommended textbooks to prepare for JAMB, and I can testify that I score very well. I score 75 in biology, 76 in chemistry, and 83 in physics. I think this kind of score is manageable, right? So I use those recommended textbooks to prepare for JAMB, and I'll keep them for you. If not because they have encrypted them, but to get them you can pay the sum of 1,000 naira only to get all of them. These textbooks, one of them is sold at 2,000 naira, and if you think I'm lying, you can go to Google and confirm it yourself. But I'm going to give all of them to you at the rate of 1,000 naira, based on the fact that they have encrypted the place that I'm taking them from. So another one here is, how do you use these materials to prepare for JAMB? That is where you need JAMB syllabus, and that is where you need timetable. You have to work accordingly to what you design for yourself, and you should work smartly. Having this material is not imperative where you don't know how to utilize them. That is why in one of my previous videos I taught you 10 secrets to pass JAMB, and when you watch that one, you will be able to know how you accomplish this. That's how you're able to utilize these materials to score the kind of score you need in JAMB. And finally, JAMB is very competitive in every year. So that is why it is very, very important to start as early as possible. Whatever you are doing, you have to be punctual. That is why I'm going to show you how to generate JAMB profile code by yourself at home using your smartphone, so that when it remains 1 day or 2 days for you to register JAMB, you should try and generate this profile code by yourself, so that you won't go there and be spending time waiting for people to finish doing other people's own before they come on you. So I'm going to emphasize on this, that is to teach you how to generate your profile code at home. So this is what I have for you today, and have a nice day.